Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, where you receive real and authentic updates about the Iraqi Dinar. If you want to stay informed with moment-by-moment developments, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Today, we are taking a closer look at one of the most discussed topics among Iraqi Dinar followers, the long-standing proposal to remove 3 zeros from the Iraqi currency, and what recent discussions may actually mean. Over the years, this subject has generated significant interest because of its potential implications for Iraq's monetary system, banking sector, and broader economy. However, it is important to begin with a clear distinction between verified informations and market speculation. The proposal to delete 3 zeros from the Iraqi dinar has existed for many years and has periodically been discussed by Iraqi officials and economists as part of a broader modernization effort. At the time of this update, however, there has been no official confirmation from the Central Bank of Iraq that such a reform has been approved for immediate implementation, or that a specific launch date has been announced. That distinction is extremely important because monetary policy decisions are among the most carefully managed actions any central bank can undertake. Many viewers have noticed increasing online discussions suggesting that the project has become active once again and that preparations are quietly moving forward behind the scenes. While these conversations have attracted considerable attention, responsible financial analysis requires separating publicly verified developments from assumptions. Central banks around the world typically avoid commenting on rumors or speculative reports, particularly when they concern sensitive monetary policy. This practice is intended to preserve financial stability, reduce unnecessary market volatility, and ensure that official information reaches the public only after decisions have been finalized. Therefore, the absence of detailed public commentary should not automatically be interpreted as confirmation that major policy changes are imminent, nor should it be viewed as evidence that no long-term planning exists. Instead, investors and observers should continue monitoring official announcements and economic indicators, rather than relying solely on unofficial reports. Understanding the concept of deleting 3 zeros is essential, because the phrase is frequently misunderstood. In economic terms, removing 3 zeros generally refers to a redenomination, a process that simplifies the currency by introducing new banknotes with lower face values, while maintaining the overall purchasing power of the economy. This is fundamentally different from a sudden increase in the international value of the currency. Countries that have implemented redenominations often do so after achieving greater macroeconomic stability, lower inflation, improved banking infrastructure, and stronger public confidence in their monetary institutions. Such reforms are administrative and logistical projects requiring extensive preparation, including updating banking software, educating the public, coordinating with commercial banks, and ensuring a smooth transition period. They are not simply a matter of printing new banknotes, but involve years of planning and careful execution. For Iraq, any future currency reform would likely depend on several economic conditions rather than a single policy decision. Stable inflation, healthy foreign exchange reserves, sustainable government finances, diversified economic growth, and confidence in the financial system all contribute to the environment necessary for significant monetary reforms. Iraq has made progress in strengthening parts of its banking sector, increasing digital payment adoption, improving anti-money laundering measures, and modernizing financial oversight. These developments demonstrate a broader commitment to financial reform, although they should not automatically be interpreted as confirmation that a currency redenomination is about to occur. Instead, they represent ongoing structural improvements designed to strengthen Iraq's financial system over the long term. Another important aspect is the Central Bank of Iraq's responsibility to maintain monetary stability. Every major central bank carefully manages communication because expectations themselves can influence financial markets, exchange rates, inflation expectations, investment decisions, and consumer confidence can all react to public statements. For that reason, official institutions generally release policy information only after internal planning has been completed and appropriate legal and administrative procedures have been followed. This cautious approach is common across global financial systems and should not be viewed as unusual. Market participants, therefore, benefit from focusing on official publications, verified government decisions, and measurable economic data, rather than assumptions based on speculation alone. Looking ahead, Iraq's long-term economic outlook will continue to depend on a combination of fiscal discipline, diversification beyond oil revenues, banking modernization, private sector development, and continued institutional reforms. If these objectives continue to advance, they may create conditions that support future monetary reforms, including possible changes to the currency's structure. However, any such reforms would ultimately require official confirmation and transparent implementation. Until then, responsible observers should view reports of imminent changes with appropriate caution, while continuing to follow verified developments released by the Central Bank of Iraq and other official institutions. Thank you for watching today's update. If you appreciate balanced, factual, and responsible coverage of Iraqi dinar developments, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video for future updates. As always, this content is provided for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial or investment advice.